What if there was one simple thing you could add to your articles to push them into overdrive and receive floods of traffic from Google? I'm talking about adding references and outbound links to your content, but not how you've been taught before. I've made this small tweak to my recent articles and it's been working like crazy. And the best part? I'll show you how you can quickly do this using AI and turn AI's biggest weakness, which as we know is fact-checking and hallucinating, into its biggest strength. For those who don't know, my name's Altu and I run Yukari SEO. I've been successfully growing my clients' websites and my own using SEO since 2007. And yes, I also use old photos of myself to hide the fact I'm now a fat SEO dad. Look, as SEOs we're stingy about linking out to other websites. I get it. Why do you want to risk someone leaving your website to go somewhere else? Or you might be scared about diluting the authority of your page and sending it somewhere else.
It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication.
And in the past, this has led to some pretty sketchy advice like,
just link to a random irrelevant Wikipedia page towards the end of your article, bro.
But you can do better than that. Not only can you use external links to be helpful to your readers and add trust by providing evidence to back up your points, but in my recent experience, when done right, you can get large rank and traffic boners like this. Well, okay, maybe more like a semi. Grow up, mate. In fact, since I've been using this method of outbound linking in my recent articles, they've already become the highest traffic generators on my site, even though they're the newest. But first, let's quickly look at some outbound link myths to set you at ease about linking out. When Google started penalizing large mainstream websites, not only for suspicion of purchasing links from other sites, but also selling links, SEOs lost their shit. They either stopped linking out completely or started adding the nofollow tag to any outbound links. But this is completely unnecessary for most outbound links that point to a solid citation or a source. You'd only do it for affiliate links, ads, or other types of links. I don't use the nofollow tag when citing sources personally, and I've only seen positive results. Another reason some SEOs add the nofollow tag or don't link out at all is because they felt like linking out would dilute their page rank or leak their own page authority to the linked website. This is outdated thinking. I'll show you why next. Now, of course, it's difficult to pin down just how much outbound links factor into Google's ranking algorithm, but there are definite clues that show a strong positive correlation. A study by Northcutt found on average, top ranking pages have between 56 and 171 outbound links. What? Crazy, right? Although I take this with a pinch of salt, as sites like Wikipedia have many top rankings and their whole model is based off of outbound citations. But then again, so is the internet. There's a reason it's called the World Wide Web, because pages need to link to each other, both internally and externally. But if you had any apprehension about linking out to other websites, and multiple times, that stat should go some way to squashing it. An experiment by Shai Aharoni's team at Reboot also found that 5 brand new domains ranked higher for the same keyword with outbound links versus their other 5 brand new domains where they didn't externally link out. The Hilltop algorithm was bought by Google in 2003. You can see the influence this algorithm still has today. Check out this explanation of Hilltop. It looks at the relationship between the expert and authority pages. An expert is a page that links to many other relevant documents. An authority is a page that has links pointing to it from the expert pages. Where have I heard expertise and authority before? Ah, that's it, EEAT. Expertise and authority are 2 parts of the more recent EEAT guidelines. And outbound linking is directly given credit for building expertise, i.e. a page that links to many other relevant documents. The Google Webmaster blog also credits clear sourcing as one of the ways to build up the trust portion of your EEAT. You've no doubt heard of PageRank, the system that ranks the importance of a page based on the number and quality of links it receives. But have you heard of ChaiRank? ChaiRank? It's basically the yin to PageRank's yang. Now, you can deep dive into how the algorithm calculates this if you want, or we can take Kevin Indig's simple explanation. The idea of ChaiRank is to measure the strength of outgoing links from a page. Google having a system in place to measure the strength of outgoing links should give you an indication of just how important it is to not only use outbound links, but to make sure they're of high quality. I'm going to show you exactly how I do this right now. There are a few different ways I link out, each with solid results, but I found one that I like the best, which gives you all of the benefits and resolves the concern of somebody clicking away from your content early. There are a few methods you can use. This is the official best practice for outbound links according to the Google Webmaster blog. Use descriptive anchor text so that the user knows what to expect when they click on your outbound link, similar to your internal links, but they also use the term if it's not too much trouble. So we're not getting the sense this matters too much to Google. They also go on to say, besides linking to spammy sites, Just use common sense and not a complicated formula when outbound linking. I think this is a little vague and unhelpful, as Google's official communication often is. A quick tip if you are using this method, any of these outbound link methods, is to set your outbound link to open in a new tab so your content remains in the reader's browser. One of my favourite SEOs, Matt Diggerty, recommends in his affiliate lab course to use outbound links in a way that minimises the chances of a user clicking on them, especially on your money pages, like affiliate review pages. You'd make the outbound anchor text something that the reader isn't curious about clicking. So if you're linking out to an authority to back up your point that eating gummy bears causes diabetes within 1.35 years, your anchor text in that sentence will be something like diabetes. The theory here is that your reader already knows what diabetes is and wouldn't be curious enough to click on the link. This is smart, if a little bit grey hat.
I like this hat.
I've used this successfully and it still works. In fact, this is the method I've used to link out from my first and third highest traffic generating blog posts. Overall, it makes sense for pages where you want to keep your clicks on your site, i.e. your affiliate product review pages, BOFU content, or product pages. But my favourite way that solves the issue of keeping clicks on your site while still proving your expertise and providing a good user experience is Vancouver style referencing. Vancouver style references are citations marked in your text with numbers. These numbers appear in parentheses. Then, at the bottom of your content, you'd have a list of references and outbound links that correspond to each number in your article. This is the method used most commonly in the medical sciences, but I believe it can work in most niches online, since there are journals and studies about almost anything. Sound, maths, wood, business, plants, art, gaming, you name it, there's a journal about it. I've started using this method of outbound linking almost exclusively now, like in this article that is the second highest traffic generating article on my website. Just be sure to make the link to the reference clickable, but I hear you ask, why not use the non-descriptive linking method you used on the page that generates the highest amount of traffic? I'm glad you asked. That article was about whether gummy sweets fit into a certain category, whereas this article is about a parasitic disease in humans. Yes, I promise there is topical relevance on my domain for these two articles. Think about the amount of EEAT required to even rank on the topic of human disease. This article drives nearly 400 clicks a month to my website, which has a domain authority of 10, which is tiny. For articles that require this much expertise, authority and trust, I'd go with Vancouver style referencing all day long. But ultimately, it's up to you to decide which linking method is most suitable for the content you're writing. So who should you link out to? Besides the obvious journals about health, you'll be shocked at just how many journals exist across even the most obscure niches. These journals usually have insane authority and an unlimited amount of interesting information that are rarely competing against your website in search engines. Use these to back up your points and make interesting observations that another article in the top 10 might not be doing. It's a piece of cake to cite from a journal too. Simply use their cite feature and copy the citation. Just don't forget to include a clickable link back to the study page. Government and .edu websites almost always have high authority and provide factual information or stats on a variety of topics. Statistic websites like Statista have interesting statistics all the way from veganism to revenues about football, and a domain authority of 93. Almost every niche has some form of governing body or authority. You can link to a relevant page on these websites. Just be careful because some governing body websites have terrible upkeep. I've seen some who don't even use the HTTPS protocol. If you can't find a suitable reference from journals, government or statistics sites, then you can link out to a high authority site or blog in the niche. Though if it's a competitor in the niche, there's something you need to be very wary of, which I'm going to explain in the next section. Finally, you can link out to a brand in the niche if it has some authority and is relevant to your article. For example, here I have an article about bleach and I'm referencing a page on Clorox. On another, I link to the candy brand I'm writing about using their brand name as anchor text. So who shouldn't you link out to? Competitors. Think about it. If you're trying to write the best article on the benefits of gummy bears, why would you send Google a signal that another piece of content with the exact same intent is the authority by linking to it as one of your references? Link to a source that is related to the broader topic but with different search intent. For example, instead of linking to another article about the benefits of gummy bears, talk about their taste and link to an interesting study about how different ingredients affect the taste of gummy bears. Low quality and spam sites. This is obvious, right? Check the website you're linking to. If it's spammy or generally poor quality, you don't want your site associated with it.
You run into assholes all day, you're the asshole.
Wikipedia. While there's nothing inherently wrong with outbound linking to Wikipedia, this was just lazy, typical SEO bro advice back in the day. The odd link to Wikipedia is fine, but don't rely on it as your only source of outbound links. But here's a Wikipedia hack you can use for outbound links. Wikipedia is an information hub built entirely from external citations. Visit the Wikipedia page you want and just go one step further by using their references directly. This all seems like so much work just to find an outbound link. How can we speed this up? Of course, by using AI. I like to use Perplexity AI to find references quickly, and the best part is it's free. It turns AI's biggest weakness, hallucinating and pulling facts out of its backside, and turns it into its biggest strength. To start with, prompt the AI asking it to look for studies or statistics about your given topic. In this article, I'm writing content about creatine causing gastrointestinal problems, and want stats showing how many people globally suffer with GI problems. At the end of its response, Perplexity will give you links to its sources. You want to look for direct references to journals like PubMed or NIH, rather than referencing websites like Healthline or blogs. But one little hack, if you don't see a journal or government or statistics site referenced, is to click through to these blogs or authority sites and see if they've referenced a journal in their content and grab that link directly. Ask follow-up questions if you don't get what you need the first time, and that's it, your quick, easy and free way to fact check and find the highest quality outbound links. Before we wrap up, as with most findings in SEO, it's impossible to say that my method of outbound links was the cause of these results. But in my experience, there is a strong correlation between my articles ranking well and using high quality sources as outbound links. Here's another interesting look at my previous client as an example, who I did a case study video for on this channel. I quit the agency where I worked with this client at the start of 2022, but if we look at their stats today, all of their highest performing content are still pieces that I was responsible for. Why is that? Well, whoever is working on the website now doesn't seem to be using any internal or outbound links at all. While this likely isn't the only reason, it's all the more reason to add all the ranking signals to your content, including outbound links. Test each method of outbound linking yourself, go back and include them in your old content, and let me know in the comments what effect it had, or whether you have a different method of outbound linking completely that is absolutely crushing.